Hey guys, it's me, Anthony, and I'm doing a review of, I'm basically going to talk about netdecking. To be honest, netdecking is something that back in the day on this channel I would bitch and complain a lot about, and it was probably what started Underground to begin with. Now, I've been Yu-Gi-Tubing for about 2 years, so I became more mature in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! One, people automatically assume that if you play original decks, you automatically have to have a mixed deck that makes no sense, and you just have to be a complete idiot in the game, which is not true, not in the slightest. One, it's okay to look at other people's deck profiles, to get, here it is, ideas. I think everybody needs to get ideas. It's okay to research, go on Wikipedia, look up on Pojo, look up on whatever to get ideas, and watch deck profiles to get ideas to see where you want to take your deck to the next level. I don't think that there's a need to copy a deck completely, all 45 cards. Because the reason why I say that is because everybody has different play styles. Everybody has different players' preference. Decks and themes and archetypes and base control decks that they choose, and certain cards that other people would not choose. Because everybody has different play styles. So not every deck should be exactly the same. But the saying also goes that every idea and every archetype has already somewhat been used before you have. So, no matter, so people say, so what is originality if what you have has already been used by somebody else? Well, the answer to that is player's preference. You play a preference, you want something, you want it because of a legitimate reason, you like it because of its play style, you want it, you put your ideas into it, it makes it your deck. You invested in it, you enjoy it, it's your build, that's it. That is player preference. Now, I upload deck profiles so people could look at deck profiles. Like you see, I look at deck profiles to get ideas for my decks. I don't just build a deck at whim, or I'm just like a rocket scientist where I know exactly what a deck, looks like. And to me, what I do with a deck is when I'm interested in building a deck, what I first do is maybe go on YouTube, look up 5, let's just say when I was considering building Light Swarms, I looked up like 5 Light Swarm builds, got ideas from all 5 of them, took all their ideas, put it on DN, threw my ideas, and then started trimming down all those ideas from those 5 people plus me, and I created my own unique idea. It's okay to get, like here's a good example. I run a deck called C for C, but in actuality, it's called something else. It's called Crusher Control. To be honest, I ran a deck very similar to Crusher Control before I even saw Crusher Control. When I saw Crusher Control, the only difference between my deck and that deck was just like stuff like Mystic Tomato, Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, and Crusher. So when I saw that, I ran a deck so similar. Why wouldn't I add those cards to make my deck be much faster and more consistent? Because it was my player's preference. I wasn't going to drop something like C for something like Insectors, because yeah, Insectors at that time did C for C better, and so did the Wind-Up Loop did C for C better than the actual C for C deck that I had. But my player's preference, I liked C for C more than I liked Wind-Ups and Insectors. I didn't like Insectors because I don't like bugs, and I didn't want Wind-Ups because I didn't like the archetype of Wind-Ups, because I thought that they looked childish and I just didn't want them. People should run decks that they love, decks that they have fun with, instead of decks that just win. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's fine to main decks that win, but also try to build a deck that you love. I don't like people that just, they only build a deck because it's winning, and just because it does very well. I feel like, me personally, just like I'm saying before, this is my player preference. My player's preference, I love playing decks that I love. Constellas, I love Zodiac signs. And Constellas will be my favorite archetype, and I don't give a damn what they'll create in the future. It's an archetype that I wanted, and I basically wanted them to create, and I wanted a deck based off zodiac signs. And when I saw them, I just fell in love with them. Nothing about them I don't like. The one situation that fuels me more than anything else is that when I say I don't like net decking, to be honest, I think net decking is an awful word to say. To be honest, in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, I think saying you're a net decker is worse than saying fuck you to somebody. Because to be honest, net decking says to your opponent that you have no brains, you have no thought, and like you're brain dead pretty much. That's how I see net decking. That you have no ideas of your own. It only takes a couple of cards, 1 to fucking 5 cards, because it's necessary. In every deck, you have to add staples: Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, MST, Mind Control, stuff like that. Then traps, Mirror Force, D-Prison, Compose, Solemn Warning. These cards are staples which any deck has to use. Then there are cards like Hand Traps. Then there's the deck's actual engine, no matter what deck you run. So throwing a few extra techs isn't easy. But those different techs that you choose other than another person, or different types of cards to throw in to make your engine more consistent, those are the things that make you original. Those are the things that make you different from just copying a full-on deck, because most people that net deck copy a whole deck and then modify it later. But instead of just doing that, throw in your ideas right from the get-go. I don't think that anybody should be called a net decker, because it shouldn't take a rocket scientist to throw in your own unique text into a deck. That is what I fight for. That's fighting for originality, to put in your own unique builds, play decks that you find fun, even though they're not the best decks out there. I run decks that do good in the meta. I like decks that are fun to use, and even though that they lose, once in a blue moon, I don't give up on them. You want to know why? Because I don't quit at this game. Because one thing, if you're a net decker, that's your own business, whatever. That's your player preference. You do what you want. My player preference, I'm original. I like playing original decks. I like having fun in this game, and I like to go up against whole different types of strategies. Originality is in this game, and net decking is in this game. Net decking will always be around, and originality will always be around. It's up to you as a player to decide which side you want to be on. If you want a net deck, that's your own business. If you want to be original, feel proud, have fun, and all the luck to you. Because mixing your ideas with another person's ideas is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with taking your idea, merging it with someone else's idea, and creating a unique idea. Because nothing about that is wrong. But I can't stand certain people that net deck and then beat other people and then talk down to other people when dueling them like they're trash and like they suck unless they do what you do. You're a coward, you're a piece of shit, and those are the people I don't respect. Those are the people that I can't stand. People that copy, beat other people, and then talk down to other people unless they do what they do. That's it for this video. If you agree with me, like this video. Comment below, tell me your opinions on net decking. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, subscribe to Underground if you fight for originality like I do. And yeah, so that's going to be my video for today. My opinions on net decking. And to be honest, these are my final opinions. I have nothing else to say. I said before, net decking, I don't like to do it. I believe there's something better than net decking. It's called research, study. And I've heard this old saying before, but, oh, I'm new to Yu-Gi-Oh!, so net decking is a smart thing to do because you're new to the game. True, you're new to the game, but it doesn't take a long time just to look up and do research, to study, research, build, and test. So that's my opinion. Because regardless, if you would net deck a deck completely, you would have to test it out anyway. So just try to throw your own unique builds into it. Look at other people's deck profiles to get ideas. That is my video. That's my thoughts on net decking. That's my opinions. You could like it, hate on it. I don't give a fuck. These are my opinions, my player preference. So yeah. See you guys later. Give me your thoughts about this, and I'll see you guys later.